Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day. It's the weekend, Saturday, so that's good, and we got a good story. So, stuck on the salt flats. For anybody that doesn't know, if you just look up salt flats, the first one that pops up is in Utah, and I can't pronounce it, but it's like Bonneville, something like that. Bonneville. That's the one we went to, and it's huge. It's fucking, they like break speed records and shit there. But we got fucking stuck on there. So let me start it off. I was 15. Yeah, 15. Gonna be 16 soon because I had my permit, and it was me and my grandpa, and we were on a road trip from California back to Chicago or Illinois, whatever. And he was letting me drive a little bit, you know, when like we'd be in the middle of nowhere or whenever there was no chance for cops, like sometimes super late, like at night or 2 a.m. I'd get to drive, stuff like that, you know. Well, one of the days he's like, hey, we're stopping at these flats, these salt flats in Utah. Do you know what a salt flat is? I'm like, nah, I don't know what that is. And he's explaining how it's just this huge strip of salt, and they like put on super fast cars and people hang out there and shit. I'm like, that's cool, but in my head I'm like, do we really need to drive out of the way to go look at salt? Like, I think I'll be good, you know. But it was pretty cool actually. So let me get going. So we get there, right? And there's like a long, huge 1 mile road. Like, we turned right, and it was like a gas station, a place with tires, and then just a huge road, and then you could go straight or right. And it tells you to turn right for the salt flats, right? So we turn right, and it's literally nothing on either side, and just a straight road for like 1 mile, like just a 1 mile road. So we fucking fly down that, you know, just ripping we were in the Mustang too. So just ripping down, going through, and we get down there, and there's a big sign, and it's like, welcome to the salt flats. And it's like, you can walk, you can drive, you can do anything you want on the salt flats, you know. It's like, but do it at your own risk. Should have listened to that. But so we start driving around, and he's driving first, you know, my grandpa, and he's not doing donuts or anything, but he's whipping it, you know. He's driving fast and then turning it, so it's moving around and shit, and burnout, just doing all just sorts of shit, right, you know. And then at one point he goes, do you want to drive? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to drive, you know. So I get in there, and at first he lets me drive it alone, you know. He's like, I know you want to be reckless. He's like, don't fucking crash the Mustang, but go ahead, you know. So I got like 10 minutes. I'm just fucking around. I was trying to do donuts, but it was okay. I was just whipping it, you know. Same as him. And eventually I'm like, oh, can I go like drive down a ways? I want to see how fast I can get it to go, you know. He's like, for sure. So I turn right, and I drive out of his eyesight, you know. And I came back, and I went on that 1 mile road because I knew he wouldn't see me like come all the way back around. And I wanted to, like, going on the flats was super fun, and you do fly, but I was like, I want to fly on the main road, you know, like the 1 mile road. So I went on there, and I got the thing up to like 120, and the cart's fucking shaking like this. It's one of the fastest I ever went in a car. And I know that's not much because people go a lot faster, but I was scared, and anything over 100 scares the shit out of me. So I was like, damn, you know. So eventually I get back on the flats, meet up with him, right? And he's like, I want to take a picture of you driving for whoever, you know. So I'm like, okay, sounds good. So I put down the top, the windows, all that shit. And if I can find this picture, I'll put it up there, you know. But so I'm sitting there, and he's like, say cheese, you know, all that. But he's an older guy. It's my grandpa, right? So he's like, I don't know where the camera button is. And he's like, damn it! I started taking a video, and I'm sitting there like, Jesus. And as I'm sitting there, I almost feel like I'm sinking, but I'm like, nah, that's just me being like, I was probably high or something, you know. In my head, I'm like, it's fine. Well, he takes the pictures, rev the engine a little bit, you know. He sits back down in the passenger seat, and he's like, okay, get us back to the main road, you know. And I press on the gas, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm in park, but I wasn't in park. And so I'm like, what? And I make sure I'm in drive again, and I fucking go. nothing. Go in reverse, push, nothing. He's like, let me try. And he gets in and he starts trying to move the fucking car forward, backwards, nothing. It doesn't do shit. So we get out and we look. The tires started sinking into the fucking thing. There was a warning, another like little thing on the warning sign. It says something about that, like how you'll sink down if your shit's heavy and you're just sitting there, whatever. But we got stuck and we started walking to the gas station, right? Because obviously I'm sure this happens sometimes. There's gotta be someone around. Who pulls up like 30 seconds later as we're walking down the fucking salt flats? This huge RV with I don't know, I can't remember if they were bicycles or dirt bikes, but they had something on the back of the RV. And they were like, hey, do you want us to pull you out? And we were like, fuck yeah, thank you. Because we only had to wait like 15 minutes. It wasn't bad. We got pulled out and we started driving back, you know. And we're like, we need gas because we didn't stop at that one gas station right there. So we pull off into this town, and I shit you not, the sign had like, it said population 201, but someone scratched it because there was less people or something, or more, or something. They like scratched it out, you know? So there is one single gas pump in this little town, and like a little corner bar restaurant thing. I don't know. But you could tell that's like, if they went outside, that's where they were at in this town. So we went in there. And he buys coffee and, like, it's going to fill up the gas, you know? Man, this was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. So, I go to the little bar, and the lady is super Southern. Or, I don't know if she was Southern. She had an accent, though. You know, and we were in Utah, so I'm pretty sure that's, you know. But that's not Southern. I don't know what that is. Fuck, I don't know. I have no clue. But she had an accent. She's like, how you doing, honey? I'm like, I'm good. And I ask for whatever. And this dude opens the fucking door, man, coming out of the bathroom. Not like inside, like he was already inside. You know, I came in this way in the restaurant, and the lady's like here, and then there's the bathroom here. This dude walks out with this huge black, what's it called? Tank top? Not tank top, you know what I'm calling? The fucking wife beaters, whatever. Dude. He had to be like, and I'm not judging, no judgment, but this dude was like 400 pounds of just man fucking, you know? And I looked at him when he got out of there, and in my head, I'm thinking, like, if this town anywhere around had like a football team or wrestling team, whatever, he had to have been just the captain of all of them, because that man was huge, like fucking huge. Like, I don't even know. He was just, it was like Jesus. It was like seeing a giant, or like fucking The Big Show or Undertaker or some shit. Like, god damn, you're huge, you know? But, might have another story tonight. The next story I'm dropping is I got caught smoking with grandma's students. So, you know, that'll be a good one. But hope you guys have a good day. Sup, please, maybe, you know? Don't gotta, though. It's all good. Show this to your friends. And, check in for the next stories. Have a good day. Peace.